Will a digital system ever have the soul of vinyl? The quick answer has to be no. Not that it can't, but they are very different. One is, how do I put this? Digital is far more accurate, with more dynamic range, with greater frequency response, better phase accuracy than any vinyl system will ever have. That said, vinyl systems are using media that have been specifically mastered for the media. If you listen to mastering engineers like Gus Guinness or Steve Hoffman, there's a number of famous mastering engineers who will tell you without a shadow of a doubt that every time they make a master for vinyl, it is very different than the master that they make for CD, especially if they care, as Steve and Gus do, about the quality of sound that comes through. You have to compress the dynamics so the needle doesn't jump out of the groove on vinyl. You have to make sure that there aren't too low of frequencies and any number of things that exceed the abilities of vinyl. And so that makes for a more truncated version. And I know that sounds awful, but it's not, because if you listen to a properly set up vinyl system, and there are not that many of them, those turntables are very tough to set up, but on a proper system, maybe Michael Fermer had the opportunity to set it up for you, or your dealer, or there's a number of people that are experts at it. In any case, it can be as romantic and lush and gorgeous and have a soul to it that digital doesn't. One other thing to think about, and I've harped on this for a long time, systems are set up for the specific medium of choice. Now, most of us, myself included, have both digital and vinyl within our systems, but what is it we primarily listen to? In my case, digital. I grew up with vinyl. I worked with vinyl for years and years. We started our company, PS Audio, with vinyl. That's what we made, was phono preamps. So I know it down to the core of my being. But when digital came around, I was immediately attracted to it. So my systems are all based around digital, and all the choices I've made, from cables to speakers to the synergy of the system, are all based on what makes digital really come alive and give the sound that I'm looking for in a system. Somebody else who is focused on vinyl is going to do something very different. Their choice of speakers and cables and equipment will be based on making their vinyl system come alive. So when somebody who has a vinyl-based system plays their digital audio, it's probably not going to sound quite as good, quite as soulful as the vinyl system. And the opposite is true. So in the short-term answer, I don't think that vinyl and digital will ever sound the same, and I hope they don't, because they weren't intended to. But I think the real answer here is that each one can have a soul of its own, and it's different. So that's my thoughts on the matter.